Welcome to the channel, Exp0se. Now, if you're new, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Now, the finance minister has stated that he was never made aware of the theft taking place at SSL, stating that he did not know bold money. And now this seeming that after all the investigations, Jean and Panton will be the only person from SSL charged for the crimes. I'm going to see what I want and hear what I want that will contain the reasoning. Look and listen.
Mr.
But I
Warmington,
hear a
you
politician
really
in
want to
Old
act on
Harbour
Bruce Golding?
disrespecting former Prime Minister Bruce Golding. But Mr. Warmington, you really take on Bruce Golding? But before me take on Mr. Warmington, because I know why you have a problem with Bruce Golding. It's a personal matter, Warming. Warming, you must remember, you know what, let me shock me now. Bruce Golding was not culpable in any acts of corruption like this administration. The only thing that crumbled Bruce Golding was Dodo's extradition, you know. And if he had handled the extradition properly, Bruce Golding would have gotten a second term in government, possibly. Bruce Golding is an honorable and ethical man. Can we say the same about you, Everald Warmington? Bruce Golding was a balanced and fair man. Can we say that about you, Everald Warmington? Bruce Golding was an ethical and principled man. Brilliant economist. Can we say that about you, Everald Warmington? Don't disrespect or Bruce Golding. Don't do it. I will not stand for it, Everald Warmington. And Stacey, I cannot grudge Nationwide News. All the information Nationwide News is releasing, it was carried at my desk, at my table, from Sunday. If you remember, I could tell you the timeline and the script that is to come. Stacey, I don't want to plan people's narratives that people want to pay me for. I will not be paid or bought out. Stacey. Let me take some calls tonight. Tomorrow night.
I wish to make it clear again that the referenced FSC report was never ever brought to my attention, and I did not know of its existence prior to Monday night. The FSC has brought matters of concern or matters that require my input directly to me on several occasions. SSL was never among them. Neither the SSL executive director nor the FSC board nor anyone at the FSC has ever raised SSL with me. The FSC board issued the directions as recommended in that report on October 25th, 2019, which was 6 months before that report was received by my office. An internal FSC status update shows that by April 2020, SSL had completed or largely completed 5 of the 6 FSC board issued directions that were contained in the report. So by the time the report was received by my office, not only had the FSC board acted on its recommendations, but the company in question, SSL, was adjudicated as having completed or largely completed 5 of the 6 recommendations in the report. FSC is required by the Financial Services Commission Act to conduct examination of licensees each year and send the examination report to the minister within 90 days. The FSC has approximately 500 licensees, and so this is a legal, though impractical, requirement that the FSC seems to have never met from its inception and has no real prospect of ever meeting.
Now, regardless, of who the state is pressing charges against. People are stating that since the FSC has now taken control of SSL, meaning the state has taken control of the investment company, does that mean that the investment company will be now paying back the billions of dollars taken from Jamaican investors? Now with Clark being the finance minister, of course, this is a situation that is being looked into by the Ministry of Security. Them control the security forces. But at the same time, the Ministry of Finance is also being looked at. We saw what take place at SSL is also having a major impact on the stock market, since a large percentage of wealthy Jamaican investors bought stocks through this particular investment company. And some are saying that it is almost as if this has now reached the blame game, where people are saying, boy, the FSC never do this. The FSC has said the state never do this. Members of SSL have said, boy, this is happen, but they never know. Some say when them come, this is already happen. Those who have been caught say yes, they do this, but they never do that. And it almost look like as if Jean will be the one left hole in the back. She will be the one way. The state take a charge and prosecute. And now, the only way any other individual from the company will be brought to any form of justice is if somebody will know something can tell the state. Currently, a Jean and alone them have. And she already cooperated law enforcement. So unless she's willing to say that individual and that individual do that. Now we also hear the opposition stating that Mocha should also be called in to look into some of these financial institutions. As you know, when it comes to this type of crime, Mocha are the unit of law enforcement to deal with it. Especially when we see situations like this take place in rural Jamaica, and in case situations where the US want to extradite individuals. But when we see these financial institutions being looked at for these crimes, are just the FSC look into them, and based upon the report, is either the investigation will stop, or them will decide to them continue them investigations, which, as we will see, will take up to 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, you name it. The opposition is saying if law enforcement was investigating these situations, it might be different. Tell me what you think. Because the FSC has said them know about this for quite some time, but them still look into it to get more information. While the situation will take place, they might try to get more information upon the situation, even though them know it occur. In cases where law enforcement are involved, in situations where Mocha get involved, swift visit is paid to the individuals involved, and then the necessary information or evidence is gathered. Now the Minister of Finance, I say, new rules and regulations will have to be put in place so that the FSC has more power against these financial institutions. And it almost seems like the finance minister said the same thing like the opposition, just stopping short of saying more can get involved. Talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. In this day and age, and even since the year, and even the previous year, we have seen numerous of these financial institutions in the headlines for these type of crimes. And if we are saying that the individuals who are in rural Jamaica and other parts of Jamaica were involved in this type of crime, the proceeds from that are put into crime and violence, is the same thing taking place with these white collar criminals who reside uptown. Are their proceeds, are profits from crime, from their type of crime, also being pumped back into other types of criminal activity? Talk to me in the comment section if you're new. click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and of course put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Until the reason again, live, love, and prosper, and stay tuned.